After the many iterations of Street Fighter II, Street Fighter III was ready to rewrite the entire history with a brand new cast of characters. Along with this came a brand new final boss with a brand new original story. And that's when they debuted the half-red, half-blue demigod named Gill. Unlike his predecessor, M. Bison from Street Fighter II, who was essentially a Southeast Asian dictator with a criminal empire, Capcom took Gill in a completely different direction. His debut game was Street Fighter III: The New Generation for the arcade. It had an upgraded visual style and new combat mechanics, but it wasn't quite what fighting game fans were looking for at the time. 3D games like Tekken were ruling the fighting game scene. They quickly released an updated follow-up, Street Fighter III: Second Impact, still failed to garner the attention of the masses. It was even being outsold by a sub-series of Street Fighter called Street Fighter Alpha. The final attempt at a Street Fighter game was Street Fighter III: Third Strike. Much like its main 2D competitor, Mortal Kombat, it took a few tries to get the third iteration right, but this was the one that did it. Flanked by his secretary, Colin, and being hunted by his brother, who was trying to take over his role as the leader of the secret society, which is loosely based on a conspiracy theory that there's a secret society behind the scenes of the world called the Illuminati, which is comprised of elites that have planned world events for the past few thousands of years. Gill was given a unique setup to tell his god-inspired story. From a design perspective, he was modeled after the ancient Greek gods like Prometheus, and he controlled the early elements of humanity, fire and ice, like the Nordic gods. His biggest inspiration for the rest of his story and his moves came from the New Testament. The most frustrating aspect of fighting him in Street Fighter III was dealing with his ability to completely resurrect himself from the dead after being defeated. His other super move is Seraphim Wing, which is based off of the 6-winged angels described in the Book of Revelations, who are foretold to appear on the planet Earth during the apocalypse. And his ultimate goal is similar to the one described at the end of the Book of Revelations, in which only the pure will survive and follow him into a new kingdom as the world gets purged. Gill was a complete nightmare for those who decided to tackle the arcade mode of Street Fighter III. He never achieved the level of success of M. Bison as a last boss, so he faded into obscurity for many years. But now, much like the original Championship Edition for Genesis that added all the bosses, Street Fighter V Championship Edition brings him back. And thankfully, unlike Street Fighter III, you don't have to put in a code to play as him this time. So today, Doc Mochrie Gaming's going to take Gill for a spin in the hard version of the arcade mode. Time to test out Gill, and we'll see if he has any luck in this shiny new tracksuit. Get ready to see a lot of advertising for an upgrade I already paid for. I've yet to play as Seth, but I still plan on doing multiple videos of Street Fighter V Championship Edition.
Round 1. Fight.
It seems like the crouching fierce into the fire projectile still works. Yeah, shake off the rust here. Let's look at his command list. I vaguely remember playing as him in the Dreamcast version of Third Strike, but it's been a while. Gotta find the fireball that doesn't shoot directly into the air. And get used to the ranges of these diving knee strikes. The EX clothesline seems to do a ton of damage though.
Round 2. Fight.
His V trigger seems to double the size of his fireball or his ice ball depending on which one you pick. Oh, that sneaky little ninja.
Final round. Fight.
You gotta get out of the habit of spamming special moves. Mix it up with a Batista bomb.
You win.
How much gel is this guy using? It's gotta be beeswax or something to hold up all that hair. Okay, 1 down, 5 to go. Let's take on one of the few Street Fighter II characters that found their way into Street Fighter III. Miss Thunder Thighs herself, Chun-Li. Time to go to China. Pack your surgical masks, everyone.
Round 1. Fight.
If you don't get your range down in these diving knee attacks, these rushdown characters will make you pay for it. I like how his fireball options have a fast and slow speed. It kind of reminds me of Guile a little bit. Time to return to harmony.
Time to return to harmony. It is time to proceed. Round 2. Fight. Go forward.
His V skill number 1 isn't too bad. Brings in a projectile with awkward speed from an awkward direction. Crouching Fierce is nice if it lands, it hits for 2 hits, but if it whiffs, it's not safe on block whatsoever. Nor is his clothesline. The light diving knee is good for mix-ups in close, apparently.
You win.
Let's take on the Demon Man. You're going with a classic Akuma look. I've kind of gotten used to his Street Fighter V Lion makeover.
Round 1. Fight.
Gill seems to have all the tools to counter every single move that the Shotos have. Made that look easy, but Akuma does have the shortest life bar of the three.
Round 2.
But he does have the most power, and they always seem to come back with a vengeance in round 2.
Final round. Fight.
Alright, let's see if we can even it up. At the very least, his EX Fireball and his EX Clothesline are Fireball Destroyers. It's gonna come down to a battle from across the screen. I'm kind of digging the pastel color scheme. It reminds me of springtime. It's currently -7 here in upstate New York, so any of these thoughts I could use. Alright, cover boy, let's see what you got.
Round 1. Fight.
Gill doesn't quite have crush counters like the other characters. He has his own unique retribution system where you cancel fire with ice and ice with fire, and that's how he gets his knockdowns, and it also does status effects. All the updated Suzaku Castle from the original Street Fighter II. Ryu's at a big disadvantage at a range war with Gill, just saying.
It is time to proceed with the plan. Round 2. Fight.
Starting to get accustomed to Gill's owning strategies already. He's got so many options.
win.
I will not fight my own brother. Okay, 2 more. Let's tackle the whip-cracking random female token enemy from Final Fight. Although I think I heard somewhere that she's trans. Tournament mode, huh?
Round 1.
Loving the Halloween witch stage. Gotta keep my distance from this chick though. That whip can be a bastard. I don't know what her V skill does, but I'm not going to let her use it. Damn, one more hit and I'm done. I gotta rock the hard body keep away. Wow, I almost had her.
Round 2. Fight.
Damn, my toes and be defensive this round. Although it doesn't seem to be working out too well right now. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Seraphic wing! Ooh, down to the wire.
It is time to proceed with the plan. Final round. Fight.
So apparently the key is zoning like crazy. I can tell you, of all the fights so far, Poison was by far the toughest. Just saying, this is not my first fight against her, or my 5th. Maybe my 7th or 8th. The final battle. Surprised I'm not fighting another Gill. Finally actually got the Street Fighter 3 boss instead of having to fight Alex with everyone. But oh well, I could kick Alex's ass too.
Round 1. Fight.
Starting off a little aggressive, buddy. Gotta put you in your place back in the corner to cool down a little bit. Oh, you ain't putting me in the corner. That's just not gonna happen.
Round 2. Fight.
They always come out strong in round 2 after you're beaming round 1. Alex is no different apparently. Not today, old pal. This is my house. Literally. Look in the background. There it is.
Thank you for playing.
Loud tapping in the background was the sound of the Hoary Real Arcade Pro 4 for PS4. I got it when the first version of Street Fighter V came out in 2016, and it's still holding up pretty strong. Hope that you enjoyed this arcade playthrough of Gill and Street Fighter V Champion Edition. And if you want to, feel free to like and subscribe. If you want to be godly like Gill and help out your fellow man, there's a PayPal link in the description down below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll have more videos coming down the pipeline very soon.